Your brain is too big and your gut is too small. There is only one explanation, and it is older than language. Take a gorilla. It weighs about 400 pounds. It spends 6 hours every single day chewing raw plants. It has a digestive tract that is roughly twice the size of yours, relative to body size. And its brain is 1/3 the size of yours. Now look at a human. A 150-pound body, a much smaller gut, jaws and teeth, so weak we can barely break open a raw carrot, and a brain that burns 20% of our daily calories. By every rule of primate biology, that combination should be impossible. There is exactly one mechanism that closes the gap. And the Harvard primatologist Richard Wrangham has spent 25 years arguing it is not a cultural quirk. It is the biological event that built you. Here is the puzzle. Your brain is the most expensive organ in your body. It is 2% of your weight, and it consumes about 20% of your calories at rest. To pay that fuel bill on raw food, you would need to do what a gorilla does. Eat about 10 pounds of leaves, stems, and fruit a day, and spend at least 6 hours chewing them. Modern humans cannot do this. We do not have the jaw muscles. We do not have the gut length to ferment that much fiber. We do not have the time. So somewhere on the road from ape to human, our ancestors found a way to extract dramatically more calories from dramatically less food. That is the only way the math works. The question is what they did and when. For most of the 20th century, the textbook answer was meat. The hunting hypothesis, championed by Raymond Dart in the 1950s and later by Owen Lovejoy, said our ancestors started killing big game on the African savanna, packed in calorie-dense protein, and that fueled the growing brain. It is an attractive story. It is also incomplete. Raw meat is hard to digest. Chimpanzees hunt and eat meat regularly, sometimes 60 to 80 pounds per group per year, and their brains are not getting any bigger. A chimp that finds a fresh monkey carcass spends an hour gnawing through skin and connective tissue to swallow a few hundred calories. Wild humans on a strict raw diet, meat included, still struggle to maintain weight. Something else had to happen in the food before it ever reached the stomach. That something was heat. Cooking does to food, externally, what your gut would otherwise have to do internally. Starch granules in a raw potato are tightly packed crystal structures. Your saliva can only chip away at the surface. Heat above about 140 degrees Fahrenheit gelatinizes them. The structure breaks open. Suddenly your enzymes can reach the entire starch molecule, and digestion is almost complete. The protein in raw egg white is a folded coil that your stomach acid hits and partially rejects. Cook it, and the coils unwind. Digestion goes from roughly 50% absorption to over 90%. The same applies to muscle protein, to seeds, to root vegetables. Across the board, cooking roughly doubles the usable calories per bite, and it does it for free. The mouth, the stomach, and the small intestine no longer have to do the work. The fire did it. Wrangham's specific claim is that this happened with Homo erectus around 1.9 million years ago, and the skeletons agree with him in a way that is hard to argue with. Between Homo habilis and Homo erectus, in that narrow evolutionary window, you see 4 anatomical changes hit almost simultaneously. The teeth shrink by about 40%. The jaw shrinks. The rib cage narrows, which means the gut behind it gets shorter. And the brain expands by roughly 50%. Those 4 changes only make sense together if the food is being predigested outside the body. Soft food allows smaller teeth and a weaker jaw. Predigested food allows a shorter gut. And the calories freed up by that shorter, cheaper gut are exactly enough to grow a much bigger brain. It is one trade. Outsource your digestion to fire, and the calories you save go to your skull. Now the unsettling part. If cooking is just a cultural trick, you should be able to survive perfectly well on a raw diet, given enough food. You cannot. The largest study on long-term raw foodism, run at the University of Gießen in Germany in 1999, followed about 500 strict raw food eaters. The average woman in the study, on a diet with no caloric restriction, lost so much weight that almost half of them stopped menstruating. Many became infertile. These were not people who were undereating. They were eating constantly, more than 2,000 calories of raw food a day, and their bodies were starving. No human society on Earth, anywhere in the archaeological record, lives entirely on raw food. Not the Inuit, not the Hadza, not the rainforest hunter-gatherers. Every single culture cooks. Cooking is not a cuisine. It is a biological requirement. This rewrites what you are. You are not an omnivorous primate that learned to cook. You are an animal whose body assumes the food is already cooked when it arrives. Your jaw, your gut, your tooth enamel, your brain size, the very calorie density you need to stay alive, all of it was built around a heat source you have to provide. Take fire away, and within a generation, the species starts to fail. Follow curious science. Next, why your body temperature is calibrated to exactly 98.6 degrees, and what fungal extinction event forced that number to be set.